it really just felt like it was all just falling apart, like my entire life. um, it kind of started to feel like a disaster. There were times I felt trapped in it, and there were times where things, they just kept falling apart no matter how hard I tried to hold on or glue it all back together, trying to pick up the pieces of my life. you know, just trying to pick up the pieces. But I'm standing before you today, not just with a smile on my face, but a really big smile in my heart. And my soul is pretty pleased too, to be honest with you. And I'm not here to brag or tell you how awesome my life is. I just wanted to mirror back to you something that is so obvious to me now that I didn't see before. And for anybody out there that feels like their life is ever falling apart or you're trying to hold on to the pieces, I just want to let you know that as it turns out, my life wasn't actually falling apart. It really was falling into place the whole time. And I mean, that's not just a cool saying. It's really what was happening all along. My life was falling into place. And all the pieces that were breaking and falling apart, everything that was falling apart, just to be perfectly straight up with you, that stuff was my plan, my idea for my life. It's like the plan I came up for myself with my ego. My ego came up with this plan of who I wanted to be and where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be there and all these different factors. Like I was carefully orchestrating my life and building the dream, the vision that I had for myself. But see, that's everything that's been falling apart. That's everything that fell away. And I don't know if I would have been ready to hear something like this even a few months ago. I don't know if I would have been ready. But I just want to say this for anybody out there who's seeing this message and you feel something in it, that you feel like you're supposed to be here, that there's something in this message for you maybe. My plan fell apart. God, source, divine plan. It's come into being. And honestly, that's not really something that I know how to really explain to anybody. But God, source, divine, the higher self, whatever you call it, God's plan for my life, it's a lot better and a lot more aligned for my soul and who I really am than my plan was. The plan I came up with in my ego, it's a lot better. But here I am right now, right where I am, and it's obviously undeniably beautiful. No complaints, no arguments there. But here I am right now, right smack in the middle, in the moment of God's plan for my life. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. This is God's plan for my life right now in this moment. We're doing it. We're being it. This is God's plan for your life right now in this exact moment too. That's source, that's divine, that's your higher self's manifestation of your reality. You right here in this moment where you are. Maybe you're watching this on your phone, your computer, maybe you're listening to it like a podcast. I don't know. But you see, your higher self, source, divine, God, does know. All of this is being carefully orchestrated. And our human egos, we don't realize it. We don't see it. All we know in our egos is, I've got this plan and I'm going to make it happen. And you can spend years fighting to make that happen and struggling and suffering the whole way through that experience until you finally get to this point where you realize you have to let go because there's some other unseen force. I call it God. Some people call it source, divine, spirit, energy, the universe. It really doesn't matter what you call it because we're talking about the same thing. You see, it's this beautiful, powerful truth that is moving through everything. It's moving through me right now in this video. It's moving through you right now as you breathe. It's in the trees. It's in the ground beneath my feet. It's in every single person I interact with. It's in everything that's happening, always. And we get to this point where we realize that holding on to our plan and our idea for our life on the ego level not only doesn't make any sense, but it's actually not very fulfilling to hold on to it at all, is it? It's not really. If we're being honest with ourselves, it's not really fulfilling to hold this ego vision of what we think our lives should look like, however many years from now. The most fulfillment it gives you is akin to like a carrot on a stick, kind of dangled in front of your face. You're not really getting any of the fulfillment or truth or presence in this moment. It's always something you're moving towards. Next year, I'll have achieved this. A few months from now, I'll have gotten this, right? This is our ego's dream, our ego's vision. But when we surrender and we let go to God's source, divine's plan, we stop resisting, we stop trying to make things be the way we want them to be. I'm telling you right now, there are no words to express how truly fulfilling and sustaining and abundant life becomes. And it's ironic because you're not the one doing it. God is doing it for you and through everyone and for all of us. You know, I've been making videos on YouTube for many years, and I just want to tell all my friends out there, I'll put it in simple terms that I know everyone will be able to receive wherever they're at in their journeys. The amount of synchronistic, divine orchestrated things that are happening in my life every single day, every single moment, it's like a portal into infinite beauty. I mean, truly the most extraordinary things are happening for me every single day. And it's not me doing it. It's not me trying to manifest it. It's not me trying to focus this stuff into reality. I've surrendered. I just let go to God's source divine. That's it. I say, you know, whatever the plan is for my life, I'm tired of trying to make things be the way I want them to be. I'm just going to be here in this moment. I'm going to surrender, and I'm going to trust the divine flow. Whoever I end up being right now in this moment, or the next moments to follow, or a year from now, this is kind of where I'm living from. It's like, it's not my job. It's not my decision. That's God's source divine working through all of us. My job is to just be here right now in this moment and be present. You could say, enjoy your life. Live into truth. Stop chasing carrots on sticks and eat the meal that is this present moment right now, this gift that God is giving us. And I'm telling you right now, it is the trippiest thing how all this stuff is lining up for me in my life right now. Behind the scenes of these videos, guys, it is literally the most mind-blowing, trippiest experience I've ever had in my life. It's constant and it's real. It's not ungrounded. It's not imagination. It's the magic of reality. When you let go and you live in a state of not holding on or clinging or attaching to how you think things should be. I seriously thought that my entire life was falling apart for a while, but it was really just coming into place. Everything that was falling apart was the stuff that I was trying to create into existence from my ego. All that muck, all that noise, it had to go. Because God's plan for my life is so much more fulfilling. And this isn't just a concept or idea I'm trying to preach out there. I'm telling you the truth of my real experience. God's plan for my life, what is being expressed moment by moment, not my doing, but God's doing, is so beautiful and so incredible. And I'm having the most amazing things happen. I know I keep saying that. Some of you are probably wondering, what's happening? What's happening? But honestly, some of it's kind of private right now, and I'm not here trying to brag in this video. So just take it from somebody who's really standing here present with you and telling you that idea that you have for your future and what you think your life should be. I know that this is contrary to like everything that all the inspirational movies and songs are telling us, to have a vision and stick to it and never give up and keep fighting for it and burn all your bridges. And, you know, it's not what the self-help success books tell you, right? Have a vision and do not let it go. I know. I know what I'm saying contradicts all that. But that ego idea you have for your life, let it go. It is not even close to as good as God's idea for your life right now, today. And when we realize that holding on and clinging to our own idea of how anything should be at all, this person should be here with me, I should be there, the weather should be like this, my bank account should have this number in it, I should have clothes that are nice and not have clothes that have holes and stains on them, right? We come up with all this stuff that our egos start telling us, I deserve this, I need this, I want more, more, more. It's never enough. What God, source divine, your higher self, the true divine expression of who we really are, has for you and is trying to give you right now in this moment, you're too busy reaching and clinging to all the stuff that you're caught up in with your ego to notice what God is offering you right here in this moment. And your hands are full of all this nonsense and noise. And when you clear your hands of all that nonsense and noise, understand this, your hands are permanently open. You're no longer holding on to any sort of vision or idea of yourself or who you should be or who you want to be tomorrow or the next day or who should be here or what should be happening. Your hands are suddenly free. They've been busy your entire life. You've been busy holding on to stuff and clinging for most of your life. Be real with yourself. I know I was. My hands were so busy, they were full. How could I have received the gift that God is giving me in this moment, source divine, the true unfolding of my life that my higher self is orchestrating? You see, you let go, you stop clinging, you stop attaching and holding on, your hands are permanently open. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm just trying to share from my heart with everybody out there that it is so safe to let go, guys. You think you'll fall to your death if you let go, but really you just start floating. So it's really weird. You think if you let go, your whole life will fall apart. But actually, your whole life starts to come together. And your hands are just open. You're in this permanent state of receival. And source, God divine, it just flows. And I mean, I'm serious. I mean, the synchronicity, and not just the synchronicity, but the fact that there's been things that I've felt in my heart for so long that I wanted. And I was trying to create into reality. And then I finally stopped trying and I just let go and surrendered. Hands are open. And it's just the funniest thing how once you just accept and come into this moment and you admit you don't really need that stuff, you're good right here, right now. I don't know why, and I won't claim to know why. All I know is that it's happening. The moment is giving these things to me, and I'm not even trying anymore. I'm not even reaching anymore. I'm not trying to make anything happen. I don't even want that stuff anymore. I'm just here, surrendered to God's divine plan for my life. And all this stuff that I've been trying to make happen for so long, beautiful stuff behind the scenes of these videos, I'm not even talking about YouTube, guys. I'm talking about my real personal life. It is just being given. Thank you, God. I mean, I'm not, this is, it's just like, thank you. Like I just am living in this continuous state of gratitude, and not because I'm trying to, but because it's just, I'm so grateful. When your hands aren't so busy clinging to life and trying to make things be the way you want them to be, you'd be amazed how free you become within yourself. All these like diseases and negativities and all this like thoughts and all this pain in you and pain in your life. It just goes away. Because I'm telling you right now, I know it doesn't make any sense to your ego. I know. It wouldn't have made sense to me, but I'm telling you the truth from the other side of this, having had let go process, guys. Most of all that stuff that you don't like, that hurts you and causes suffering, it's because you're so busy holding on to all this noise and trying to make things be the way you want it to be. You let go, boom, you're free. You're free. You can actually be here now. And that's the cosmic joke, is all of a sudden God, source, divine, higher self, whatever, just starts blossoming all this beauty in your life. And you're just sitting there, if you're anything like me, tripping out. Like, what is this miracle right now? Because I let go of thinking I need that stuff. And now it's like just coming. And I know people out there on the internet want to turn this into some technique. Let go. It'll make you more magnetic. Then you'll succeed at your job. And I'm telling you, let go of all that. Because as long as you're still trying to let go so you can manifest more stuff in your life, you're not really letting go. You're just deceiving yourself. It's still the same suffering and ego clinging. What I'm talking about is truly surrendering. I will be here in this moment, whether I have anything at all. Because here I am, and you just give up on trying to be anywhere else. Here I am. And just miracles, just falling out of the sky, growing out of the ground. And, you know, I don't know what any of my friends out there on YouTube are going to think about these videos anymore. You know, for a while I was like teaching stuff and sharing all this stuff. And now it's like, I don't know what else to do other than to just open my mouth, and my heart just expresses the beauty of being here in this moment. And I'm not trying to brag at everybody and tell everyone how extraordinary my life has become. What I'm really, I guess, doing is just being who I am in this moment. And I'm pumped. And maybe me being so pumped about having had let go and actually reaping the fruits of God's source divine that are just being offered to me constantly, moment by moment. Maybe that inspires you. Maybe it makes you realize that you don't have to suffer through life. You don't have to try so hard. You can really let go and surrender to God's source divine's plan for your life. You can. And in my opinion, you ought to. You ought to. I could have let go and surrendered to God's source divine's plan for my life. And at any moment, you know. But in a certain sense, it kind of took me, you know, because I'm 28 years old right now, it kind of took me 28 years of trying to create myself to be who I want to be in this world. It took me like 28 years to stop doing that and to just let go and be who I am. And who I am is not something that I say in my ego. This is who I am, everyone. No, I don't say who I am. God says who I am, because God's source divine, right? That's not my job. My human life is not actually my story to tell. It's God's source divine. It's the higher self story. Let go. Let the higher self, let God, let source, let divine carry you through this beautiful experience that is your life. Your suffering is the fact that you think you have to carry it all. The joke is God is carrying everything. None of that is your job. Let go and see what happens. Has anybody ever experienced what it is that I'm talking about here? Has anybody ever experienced the beauty of this? And how have you experienced it? What were some of the extraordinary things that happened in your life, guys? I'd love to hear from you below. And I know people passing through the comments, it would mean a lot for all of us to be able to see, like, hey, look at all these other, you know, hundreds of people, or however many of you feel called to share. Look at all these hundreds of people who are experiencing this beautiful gift of life because they just let go and surrendered. And maybe we come together collectively as humanity and we realize we're kind of pushing pretty hard, guys. We're all trying so hard to be something. And it's when you let go that what you really are blossoms. And it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely, it's just beautiful. And I'm just so grateful, guys. So thank you. Much love to all of you. I've got links tagged in the description of this video if you want to become a more intimate part of this community, see some of the other exclusive content and video stuff that we put out. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next Vibes and Frequencies video. Thank you. Much love to you, and I'll see you there.